Well, I first got sick when I was 9 years old. It took several years to actually get a definitive diagnosis, which only actually occurred quite recently, actually, even though I'd had surgery and I'd been in and out of hospital and I'd had plenty of different procedures. But from 9 through 14 was when I was the most sick. At 14, I had surgery. And for the last 10 years, I've been quite well, but it's only become apparent in the last couple years that I actually do have Crohn's. Most people don't really want to share their experiences in the washroom or not being able to make it, or the fact that they're constantly, when they're in a flare-up, they're constantly sick. And so the challenge has been about balancing the need to share and the need for privacy, and educating and explaining that you can lead a normal, healthy life and still have a diagnosis of Crohn's or colitis. When I was first diagnosed, there was this paradox about, I would go on camera and I'd speak on, public radio about my experience, but I'd go into school and I didn't want to share my story. I didn't want anybody to know about it because I felt that if people knew that I had this disease, I would be seen as, the sick child, the sick kid, and that isn't what I wanted. And so as I got more comfortable with the disease and got more comfortable with myself, I began to feel that I could use myself as a tool to help other people go through the same experience that I've had to deal with. So I'm now fairly open about my experience, and I think that's been very therapeutic for me, and it's been helpful to others. I think looking at the disease from a holistic point of view, I think that medicine is great, but I don't think that it deals with absolutely everything. It can't deal with all of the problems that we face. And some of it is being able to, being given other tools, being able to talk to other people, being able to have other outlets. I think that it would have been useful for me had I been able to have overcome this fear of sharing earlier on, because there's a certain safety in numbers, and when you have the opportunity to speak to others and you realize that there's a whole great community out there of others who have gone through the same process as you, that's, it's unbelievable. There's something to be said for going out, educating yourself, learning, trying new things for yourself. For me, that included exercise, it included other types of alternatives. And it's only through a process of trial and error that I've actually found something that works for me. How can we expect an organization to provide us with the services or the products that we need to manage the disease if they don't know what it is that the patients are looking for or what the patients need?